So in DaVinci Resolve, your project is technically ready. But when you watch the final video, it still feels like something is missing. The video looks a bit ordinary, right? And that usually means one simple thing. You haven't done any color grading yet. Now let me be very clear from the start. This video is not about proper color grading, because color grading is not a small topic. To do it properly, you first need to understand color theory, and that's something we'll learn step by step over time. Today's video is especially for beginners who have little to no knowledge about color grading, or for those working on long projects with multiple footages or stock videos. See, in most projects, we use ready-made stock footage or B-roll clips. And you might think, these clips are already prepared, so why do we even need color grading? But the truth is, to make a video more attractive and visually engaging, you still need to play a little with the colors. Now imagine you've used around 100 to 150 stock videos in a single project. Are you really going to color grade each clip one by one? That's clearly not practical. And that's exactly where color LUTs come in. LUTs are very easy to use. And if you search online, you'll find thousands of them available. Using LUTs, you can quickly give any clip a nice cinematic feel. But once again, this is not proper color grading. It's just a quick way to add a cinematic vibe to your footage. So without wasting any more time, let's get started. I'm Shibayan and you're watching Upcraftz. So first of all, let's understand what a LUT file actually is. LUT stands for Lookup Table. Now, in very simple words, you can think of a LUT as a ready-made color preset. Basically, you don't have to do anything manually. Everything is already pre-calculated and saved inside that file. Because of that, the color of your video or photo can change in just one click. Now the question is, what kind of change does it make? Let's say you have a video clip that looks very dull and faded. LUT can instantly boost the contrast. Let's say you have a normal looking clip. You can give it a cinematic look. Or maybe your footage looks very flat. You can make it look more natural and vibrant. And the best part is, to do all this, you literally don't need to tweak anything. If you have the right LUT file, you can apply it very easily because all the color calculations are already built inside that file. Now let's talk about the file format. A LUT usually comes in formats like .cube, .cdl, and similar types of files. But again, let me repeat this. You really don't need to know all these technical details too deeply because this is a ready-made thing. You can download LUTs very easily, and I'll show you that as well. So basically, what are LUTs used for? They're mainly used for color grading and for maintaining a consistent look. Like I mentioned earlier, if you want to give your clip a cinematic look, a warm look, a cool look, or any specific style, you can do all of that using LUTs. Now, if you want to do proper color grading from scratch, you actually need to learn and understand a lot of things. You need to know what exposure is, what white balance is, what contrast is, and many more things. At least you need to have a basic idea. And honestly, even I don't have deep knowledge of all of this. And I always admit that. I'm not that great at color grading. But yes, no matter how your video is, submitting a video to a client without any color grading is not a good practice. So in those scenarios, you can use LUTs without any hesitation. At the very least, your output will look better than the normal raw footage if you use the right LUT. Now, like I said, if you search on Google, you'll find a lot of websites that offer free LUTs. I'll try to share some website links where you can download them for free. But for now, I'm going to show you everything using Envato Market. This is actually one of my favorite marketplaces. You probably already know this. It's a paid platform. So if you search here, you'll see that there are already tons of LUTs available. You can preview them and choose whichever one you like. Let's say I want to use this one right here. You can clearly see the preview. See this? The footage was very flat earlier, and after applying the LUT, it looks something like this. Big difference, right? So let's go ahead and use this and first see how helpful it is inside our project. Okay, so I'm downloading it now. Once you download it, you'll get multiple folders inside. But from all of these, the files we actually need are the ones with the LUT file format. Like I mentioned earlier, these are the LUT files, and these are the ones we'll be using. Now the question is, how do we import these LUTs into our software and actually use them? So to use LUTs, first you need to go to the color page. And if you look here, you'll find an option called LUTs. When you click on it, you'll see that there are already some LUTs available by default. Some of these I have personally installed and the rest are the default ones. So this is where you either use your LUTs or install new ones. To install them, click on this folder icon and then choose Open File Location. As soon as that folder opens, you don't really need to do anything complicated. Just take the LUT folder that you downloaded. Now just copy this entire folder and paste it here. And make sure you remember the folder name. After that, what you need to do is restart the software once. Okay, so I'm restarting it now. Alright, so this is the new LUT folder, and as soon as you click on it, you can see that all the LUTs are now installed. Now let's see how we can actually use these LUTs in our project. There are two ways to do it. First, you can apply the LUT directly on the clip. You can simply select the clip and apply the LUT from here. The second method is using an adjustment clip. To add an adjustment clip, just go to the search bar and type adjustment. You'll find the adjustment clip inside the effects panel. So once you find it, just drag and drop it onto the timeline. Now the benefit of using an adjustment clip is that you can easily delete it later or make changes without touching the original clip. Basically, whatever effects or color changes you apply on the adjustment clip will affect all the clips underneath it, but your original footage stays completely untouched. Okay, so now let's see how it works. To apply color again, we need to go back to the color page. And now, as you can see, we have two things on the timeline here. One is our original video footage and the other one is the adjustment clip. So we need to select the adjustment clip because that's where we are going to apply the LUT. Now look inside this folder, there are so many LUTs available here. And here's the cool part. If you just hover your mouse cursor over any LUT, you can see a live preview right here. See this window? Look at this. You can instantly see how the look is changing. So let's say I apply this one. See that? Look at how the color is changing, how it's getting boosted. You can clearly see the difference. To apply it, all you have to do is drag the LUT and drop it right here in this window. And that's it, the LUT is applied. Now if we go back to the edit page, you can see how nicely the colors are boosted and how that cinematic look is now applied. So this was my earlier shot. It looked very basic, very normal, nothing special. Now I've disabled the adjustment clip. This is how it looked before. And now when I enable it again, boom, you can see that cinematic look instantly. And this one small thing can literally add life to your entire project. So yeah, these small details really matter. If you take care of these small things before delivering your project, the chances of your work getting rejected or coming back for revisions become much lower. These small details are what really make the difference. This is how easily you can use LUTs. For example, maybe I like this one. Or let's check another one. See this one? It gives a slightly different color vibe. So you need to choose your LUT based on the mood of the scene. Let's say there's a sad moment in the video. Personally, I don't use too much color there. I keep it a bit darker and more muted. You have to understand this. Color grading should match the mood. It's not like you just like one LUT and you apply the same color everywhere. That's not how it works. You should always grade according to the scene. Now look at this footage. This clip has a lot of happy moments. In scenes like this, using a more powerful color, boosted tones, or slightly high contrast LUTs usually works better. Look at the nature here. The green colors are popping really nicely. And all of this is very easy to achieve just by using the right LUT. Now imagine a different scene. Let's say this one. Here, instead of bright colors, you can go for something a bit darker and moodier. This one looks good. You can see it, right? It gives a slightly dark vibe, almost a negative or moody feel. So this is how you match the color with the mood of the scene. Whatever you're showing on screen, whatever footage you're using, you adjust the color grading according to that mood. If you do this properly, your video will instantly feel more alive and professional. So this is how easily you can install and use LUT files. Now, one more important thing I want to show you. Let's say I've applied a LUT, but I feel the color or contrast is a bit too strong. Maybe it looks overdone. Can we reduce it? Yes, we can. For that, just go back to the color page. We applied the LUT on the adjustment clip, so first select that. Now here, go to this option. If you look closely, you'll find an option called Output. Inside Output, you'll see a gain value. If you reduce this value, just click and drag it towards the left, you'll notice the color intensity going down. See this? The color is slowly reducing. If I set it to 0, you'll see the original look coming back. And if I increase the value, the effect becomes stronger again. So this is how you can control the strength of a LUT after applying it. After using the color, you can easily increase or decrease the final output by going into this output section and adjusting the gain value. So this is how you can easily adjust the color intensity after applying a LUT. Alright, that's it for today's video. I hope this video was helpful for you. And like always, if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, like and comment. It really helps me understand whether I'm actually helping you or not. So yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Till then, goodbye and good night.